We are just east of the U.S. capital, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's our visiting team and the Washington Commanders. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. Opposite him is Dan Quinn in his second season as the head coach of the Commanders. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jaden Daniels out of LSU. Right to the air from the 30 on the right away. They're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to them, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Samuel there to make the catch. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Well, here it is. This is the moment, Mike, that he has been working towards ever since hearing his name called on draft night. He's put in the work. He's gotten the reps with the first team. He's had some ups and downs through training camp in the preseason. But it's clear this organization has all the confidence in the world for this young quarterback to go out as the Week 1 starter. And frankly, the hope is he's the franchise quarterback for years to come.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8. A play fake, now Dart. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's good. A run straight ahead at Scatterboo. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second down.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Deron Payne. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. So, Greg, here are the Commanders, and could anything change in a year the way everything around Washington did? Coaching, quarterback play, future of the franchise. It all just turned around off that great season. Now they got to do it on the field again here this year.
Yeah, and you just can't say enough about Dan Quinn. And you and I, we've sat in a lot of meetings with him over the years, Mike, and when he walks in the room, you just feel good. You feel confident. You feel he's under control. He's just one of those guys that has an aura about him that just makes you say, you know what, that guy's is in charge, and I'm just going to go wherever he tells me. And you kind of saw that happen on a roster that I would say was a good roster. They were superstar at quarterback with Jaden Daniels, but the rest of their roster still was a work in progress. So as they continue to acquire new players, continue to build that roster around Daniels, I'll tell you what, I think they won 12 last year. I wouldn't be surprised to see them hover around that same number and compete to win in what's a difficult division with the Eagles, but when it comes to the end of the season, I think they're going to be right there with it.
In trouble, and down he goes. A rookie out of Penn State, Abdul Carter, the first-round pick, making an instant impact, a sack here in the season opener. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 0-0 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long, as we are ready to get back underway. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The visitors' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
Yeah, and it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs, clearly towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 to 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
Also, and it has more of kind of like a college football vibe, right? There's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things at the field.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. You know, Greg, early on, it's over. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Commanders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of like they kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35, where even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss, and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So
nowhere to go. He is taken down. Third and a long way to go.
6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
In punt formation for the Commanders.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. You got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team, Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey, and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
13 yards. Results in first down.
That's caught, and it's Cam Scalaboo. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
Dark going to throw it again.
At the 15.
He'll get that out to Scalaboo. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think, obviously, you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll motion over Samuel.
First down.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Slot man in motion right. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Number 1, Debo Samuel. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. And it starts with a good one in the AFC West. Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day. The debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. And this is one of the greatest connections in NFL history. Mahomes to Kelsey. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Chiefs begin their search for a 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. They get the victory in Week 1. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they're hosting the Dallas Cowboys. And it's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Eagles begin their title defense with a victory in the season opener. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's the new signee from Dallas, Rico Dowdle. His 1st touchdown in a Carolina uniform. This one's gone to halftime, and it's the Panthers with the lead in the opener at the half. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, not much offense to talk about. Just 1 field goal on the board. 3-0 the score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Just 1 score, 1 lone field goal. All these 2 teams could muster in half number 1. What awaits us here in the 2nd half? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. Inside the 40. And strong running there as they're finally able to bring him down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. 1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll go again with Scatterboot. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On 2nd down, Dart. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
It's 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with a first down. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. On second down, it's Daniel. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Chauncey Golston working his way in to register his first sack of the new season.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd and long, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Dexter Lawrence, he's in for the sack, and it will lead to 4th and very long. The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterbury. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He's across midfield with a 48-yard line.
Once again, it's Scatterbury. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball. And
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Preston Smith. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. The Commanders' offense are ready to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Avon Thibodeau with the stop.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
From the shotgun on 3rd down. Daniels. Brian Burns. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action, it is Dart. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. They try to work the screen with Scatterboo. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down. So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On play action, Daniels. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. So gonna take over now at their own 34-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short gain. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Scatterboo. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Commanders offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing now, Daniels. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. This one intercepted. Picked off by Drew Phillips. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Washington.
The motion man
down.
here is McClure. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8. It is 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Send a man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels on target. Got it to McClure. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And the Commanders going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
That's another.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in.
Short of the goal line.
2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Then Sinnott. Touchdown, Washington. For Daniels, last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year. First touchdown pass of his sophomore season. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Makes the score. Visitors.
A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover.
Here's 2nd down.
To number 26. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw is Daniels. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
32-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Short one there, he's got Ertz. 2nd and 5.
Zach Ertz. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of
The air again is Daniels. He'll step up and run this. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. Clock stops. 46 seconds to go.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On 1st down, Daniels. Left side. It's caught by Brown. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
The 12-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. Now Daniels. He takes off. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Daniels now going to look to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. It's fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. They'll throw with Daniel. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Been a largely unforgettable performance from this offense up until this point, Mike. I mean, these sacks, they just continue to stop so many of their drives throughout the entire game. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it pretty much reflects that here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. The motion man here is McLaurin. Third and goal. Krosky Merritt. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to fourth and goal.
Jake Moody on for the field goal.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll just about do